What is up, people? Welcome back to another episode of Omnifactory. I hope everybody's doing alright. I'm doing pretty good. And we have the tech. And we tried to do some things during the streams, like setting up these guys. The thing is, you kind of want one maximum. The reason for this is I'm gonna run this while we speak. And is it causes lag on the server. And my plan was to have 8 because they produce 2.6 million RF each. So I thought this would be a good way to power the base until we get, like, you know, a decent amount of power set up another way. But yeah, kind of ran into the issue that this thing causes lag for some reason that we ignore. I tried downgrading it. Still causes lag. So as you can see, it's 4,219. And if it's above, like, 500, it's pretty high. Like, it's pretty much like this one here that we have that makes, like, cables. It kind of freaks out because there's an item in it. It's the same thing. So they both cause lag. So as you can see, some of the machines are, like, bigger. But yeah, these two are really the issue. The other ones, I don't really care. But Gregtech here is at 6,000. It's probably going to go up as, you know, I'm making more machines. But at the moment, here has been completely emptied. Let's remove this. So yeah, we removed these because they're no longer needed. I took, like, pretty much everything that we needed and I placed it in here. By everything that we needed, I mean, I just literally grabbed it from every machine that I thought we might need it and placed it there. So, as you can see, there's a couple of things here that are left, like all the tanks. For the moment, they're here. They won't be there for long. I've already started making one thing because I wasn't sure how I wanted to approach it. I tried my usual ways of making it just vertical, and it wouldn't work. Also, this was at first, I was doing this using UV, so we do have a bunch of UV machines, but I changed it to ZPM because kind of found out that I don't need this to be any, like, faster than it is. It could have been HV and it would have worked. So that's the way we're going to go about it. So I think the way we're going to do this is things that are needed for making machines are going to be ZPM, and things that are needed for big craft, so let's say, like, for this that we automate, they're going to be on full-on big mode things. So, like this one here, we need a blast furnace, but we also need to make this. So this one might be on a UV machine instead of being on a ZPM, just so it can go even faster and give us things. So the way that I ended up powering this is I made 2 more of these. Yeah, it's really the only way that I found that I could really, like, just get power over here easily. And we've got, like, 2 of these bad boys, nothing too crazy, but they do give us all the power. And the reason why I have 2 and not 75 is because, if you don't know, they need chaotic core. And chaotic core are the main thing that is, like, ridiculous to get. Everything else here is a joke, because superconductor is literally Draconium, which we have infinite of, with molten nether star, which we have infinite of. So that means we've got this infinite. This thing, we can literally pour it from a liquid into a block. So again, infinite. This thing, though, Neutronium, infinite. Omnium, infinite. Other Neutronium, infinite. Gravity star is literally nether star with Neutronium, so infinite. But Chaos Shard. The only way to get Chaos Shard is either to kill a dragon or to send the tier 8 rocket, microminer. That's it. That's the only way. Making it, you need to make the tier 7 as well. Meaning that you need the tier 1 as well. meaning that you need to make this as well. And meaning that you also need to make this, that you also need to make those, or get it from these, or, you know, it's just a bunch of things that you need to make. So, these kind of materials are going to be needed a lot because of this. Because we need this. Because we need these to make the creative stuff. And we needed to make this one to get more heart, because the heart are needed for this, which you need 8. And also they're needed to make this, which you need a lot of. If we check, you need 1 here for 1 ingot. And of course, well, you need a block here. You need some more ingots. You need some for this. You need some literally just to craft more stuff. So yeah, pretty much you need a lot of chaotic core. So that's pretty much a problem. And each of those is maybe like 4.5. Because you do need to make this one, but it makes 2. So yeah, nothing too fancy. But that's where we are as power. As well, these things produce like 8 million, so if we sleep, and we go back, they should be producing the power we need. Alright, no, I'm stuck in the glass. So yeah, so as you can see, it's going up. It's not exactly, but the problem that was with using UV was that they take 500 EU per tick each. So with the machines that I had like this, I was draining 2 solar panels easily. But what do these machines do? So if you know me, I like my 3x3, and I wanted to find a way to recreate pretty much what we had there, but with liquid. Meaning, these are making the transistors. Yep, that's it. That's what they're making. So this is for transistors. And what I'm doing is I'm sending them here into chests. So this is the way we're going to do this. So I saw this in the video of the only person that finished the pack yet, and it's actually pretty nice. So if you look at this, these can move 1024 items a second, so it's the fastest thing that you can have. And it's pretty efficient. But what is also pretty cool is I think what I'm going to do is we're going to change the wall here, and we're going to make this part here in the middle a big storage. And it's going to be drawers, simply because it's easy to do. And that's pretty much the way we're going to do it. The other way to be able to do this would be to use another type of subnetwork like we have over here. And I don't know, it's a lot of work setting up all of these. So, I'm not sure which one is the best, because you need 1 drawer per material that you're going to put. We could lower the amount that we put in them to use like 16K storage instead, but I'm really not sure. And like, if we look at like, so Certus quartz, so let's say like this Certus quartz, you can't get it from a liquid. Well, you could, no, you can't. I was like, maybe quartz sand, block of quartz sand. Yeah, you can't really get it from anything. So because of that, I think we're going to go with the drawers. But let me set things up here, and we're going to look at it just after. And there was light. Please be aware that if you have problems with colors changing a lot, you will see this quite a lot often. But yeah, so as you can see, this thing's working. It's now connected to this, which I placed here, so we already have 12,000. This is a little bit insane. But yeah, it works quite well. 20,000, 13,000. I don't know how many this thing can hold, but let's just see. Oh, we're already on the second upgrade. Perfect. That's going to be good. So it can hold 1,792 stacks. So that should take about an hour. All right, that's good. But yeah, as you can see, there's a lot of different things over here. And this is because some of them will go into compacting drawers, some of them will go here. It might change in the future. We might not need all of those. We might need more compacting. We might need more singular. But at the moment, they don't have any upgrades. Only this one has. And I will add the upgrade when we need it. But that kind of brings me to what we need to do today. And there's something that I need because I need to make a lot of machines. And it is Neutronium processing. So I went into my creative world, I played a little bit with the 3x3 thingy, and I made one. I made one that works. So, first of all, I think some people are interested into learning onto how I made this here. So, how did I make this? Well, you've got the liquids here, so carbon, aluminum, silicone rubber, and let's say silicone rubber comes here, makes a plate, goes into the cluster mill, which sends it in here in the assembler, and the same thing happens for the aluminum on the other side from this tank. Over here, carbons get changed into an ingot, it gets changed into carbon dust, and gets sent into the assembly. And over here, we've got electrum, sent it to an ingot, sent into a cable, sent it to a wire, and sent again into here. On the other side, there's one thing that is a little bit different. So we've got one tank that does two things. It could have been done for multiple stuff, but So over here we've got annealed copper making again the fine alloy sent into here. But over here it needs a plate, so it makes the plate. But since it doesn't need that many, because as you can see it's not always working, it's also sending it here in the Blend-O-Matic 9003 to get some gallium dust to send to the Auto Crafter to send into here. This thing, no upgrade, keeping up, perfect. And over here we've got the same thing with the platinum to make this into the diode. And all of those, of course, are getting placed here from this into the chest, into there. And the reason for this is because these can do more items than anything else. So that is the plan, and it works pretty well. The other idea I had was to send items down, was to use again some chests like this down and then into an ender chest. And this would have worked as well, but we won't be doing it. We're going to use the 3x3 like this. The next one, though, will use an ender chest simply because it's the best way to do it. So, let me prepare everything, and we'll look into this. Yeah, I kind of prepared to do UV, but we're not doing UV. So here, let's take Omnium. So it's important to check like what you need. Like you could say, oh, I need nuggets as well, but nuggets are only for this, which will give you a quest, of course, but that's it. You're going to need this though. And that's why we add the recipe, because, well, this one gives a nugget is 16, so this one literally is 16. What we could have done is transform the nugget back into this if we melt it. That could have been another thing we could have made here as a change to the recipe, but the way I've been told, this is the recipe that's supposed to be. So, good. But yeah, so that means like for this one, we need the blocks to be able to make this, and we need the ingots to be able to make that, and be able to make this. Also, there is literally nothing else except the emote of Omnium. So that's literally 3 things that need this. That's it. So it's a little bit different, but it's not that hard to do. Alright, let's get this thing. Let me prepare the things here, and I'll bring you guys, and I think we're gonna turn it on together. I'm not gonna build in front of you, because it's way too complex to build while recording. Alright, so check it out. So we've got these machines here. On the other side, it's a little bit more complex. But over here, what we have is this thing making Neutronium and things like that, and then at the bottom making this. The thing is, I could have used one to make multiple things. I don't care. If it ever comes a problem, we'll redo this with less fluid solidifiers. But the way we turn it on is simply by filling the tanks. There we go. So, oh yeah, I should talk about this. So, for some reason, the lathe and the extruder say they both take 500 seconds. Though, when I test, the lathe takes 8 seconds, and this one takes 4. So, so yeah, we're going to use the extruder. And you could say this one gets overclocked more, but this one takes less power. So yeah, I'm really not sure why. But alright, oh yeah, don't do that. So we need to put these. So just to let you know, what I have is Neutronium gear, Neutronium small gear, the rods, the Neutronium rings, the bolts. Over here it's making the Neutronium plates, but from Gregtech. And these all have these things on. Alright, let's just do it. So we're going to turn this on, and we're going to turn this on. So, over here we're making the long... wait, is this thing like instant? Oh yeah, it is. Okay, so we're making the long rods. Over here, let's stop this one. This one is way too fast. Oh, I forgot this one, which is plate mold. Alright. So there you go. This one, let's stop it as well. But yeah, it makes Neutronium plates, but this time for the more plates, or thermal expansion if you prefer. Over here, it makes nuggets that turns into round. This one is the most annoying one, because when you make something, you always need a crap load of it. And for some reason, it's the thing that takes freaking forever to make. To make one, it takes close to 4 seconds. It's like the same as rods, but rods are not needed that much. Like the rods are like 4 and things like that. Like you need 4 rods. In total, you need 4 rods. Okay, you might need a Neutronium frame, but you still need just 4 rods here. And for the Neutronium, 5. For the other one, you need 32 rounds. So yeah, it's a good thing that this thing is just going to be crafting while we're not on, so that it does the thing. But alright, so now what we need to do is grab this chest, and we're going to come here at the bottom. Alright, we're going to put it right here. Then we're going to grab a chest for a buffer. So I've got my chest here. I've got some conveyors, nice, already. So we're going to put that there, and then we're going to put that right here and right there. And then this thing's going to import, this thing's going to export, but first we need to set up these. So all of these, I don't remember, is this needed? Okay, it is needed to make this thing, so... I guess it's going to be fine in a quad. So, alright, we got a quad here. This thing's going to go in a double with the other one. So this one is mainly to make, like, all these. Oh, it's also needed for the UV. Alright. Okay, let's put these first. So let's do it here. Alright. So the rounds, the rods, the long rods. I don't understand why I've got this in my inventory. Alright, and the screws. Perfect. Let's grab a block. Okay, so the block is going to go there, so that way we get all of them at the same time. And it's just going to fill up quite nicely. Okay, so over here we need gear and gear. We've got plate, bolts, ring. Okay, so it's like, let's remove this one. So we got another 4. So there, and let's do bolts. Perfect. We got the 2 plates. Is there another one? So this thing does the round plates, screws. This thing does the long plates. All right, I think we're pretty good. So like I said, what I think I'm going to do is put these here. I don't know why, just why not? And of course, drawer, we're going to grab some of that. There we go. I just thought of this. This is bad. This is not good. The problem we're getting is this thing's going to fill up. And I don't want that. So... And I don't want to put void upgrades on these. When they're full, I want them to stop. Like here, they all stopped. Because this here is completely full. So I want them to stop using power. But if we use the ender chest, it's not going to do that. The way we could fix this is by putting a limiter on the items that are exported. So that could be a thing. The other way would be to have phantom faces here and there that point directly into like chests that goes into the system or something of the sort. Like you see here, we got like a buffer. Yeah. All right, well, let's just connect things for now, and I'll figure a way for this that makes more sense. I think limiting the items to like 1 stack in might be a good way to go about it. But all right, so normally we should be able to simply change this one to import, and this thing should now export in. Why is the Neutronium screws? Oh, yeah, I did not put any upgrade. Alright. There we go. And this one already adds some. So there we go. Everything's going in. And now we've got plenty of material. So we've already got 324 Neutronium blocks. Okay, so now we also need to start doing these. Perfect. This one can also export, and this one can also export. So yeah, pretty much now we've got the Neutronium automated. Of course, there is one that is not automated, and it's making the frame, but the frame is probably going to be done in another one, probably where I do just frame in frames. So let me try to figure out this thing. The thing is, I could use one phantom face and then put some like conduits, because these are not like the super fastest. So we could do this, and over here though there would be 2 phantom face. And it would look similar to this. The thing though, I don't want to use too many phantom face because I'm kind of curious to, is it going to start lagging when I'm going to have too many? So yeah, that's a little bit of a bummer. So yeah, well, let me put some arms in there. All right, so I looked into it. At the moment, the way I did it is simply by putting limiters on all of them. So when this thing's gonna fill up, it's simply gonna put 1 stack of the item in there, and that's gonna stop. The thing that I don't like is the fact that I use so many of those. those setup. Also, as you can see, like, this thing is barely used, this thing is barely used, this thing here is barely used, this thing here, well, it's a different one, so we can't really do anything about it. This thing is used, but barely as well, but it makes those. And the same thing here, this one is barely used. So I think there's potential to change a couple of things here. Oh, turns out this one's also barely used. So we got like 6 that are barely used for the fluid solidifier. So I was thinking of maybe removing some of them, moving them around, and installing more of this one. So this one, putting more of it. So having one of these feeding multiple lat to actually make more rounds. Because when we look at it here, 500 lat and rods and long rods are also really low, but like we said, they're not that needed that much. But here, these are like, the Neutronium bolts is almost full, the Neutronium ring has 1,000. The gear, there's not a lot of gear, but again, the gear is needed like one in each craft. So nothing too impressive. But that's pretty cool. I like this. Again, we respect the 3x3. So that is also pretty nice. I think I'm pretty happy with this, but of course this thing is not connected to the system. So over here what I do is I do an extract only, and we're simply going to push that all the way to the other side of here. Oh, something's in the way. And we're going to connect that over here. Of course, I'm still getting a little bit of lag from connections, but that shouldn't be too bad. And when we look here, Neutronium, check it out. So we've got all the Neutronium we need, and that is going to be pretty cool because it's going to be easy for us to actually do it. There was this one that I thought about doing, but it's only for the pump, and the pump is only used for crafting 6 of these. And so I decided to just leave it as a recipe instead of automating it because it's not really needed. So soon a couple of those are actually going to turn off. The bolt one, and I don't think the block is going to stop anytime soon. They can have 3,584 blocks, stacks of blocks. So it should be fine. And let's see over here. So Neutronium plates from Gregtech, as you can see, is a lot slower to make. The way we could have done it as well is making one of these and just transforming it into this one using the crafter that we used like in this one. So if you look at making this one, you can simply change it into the other one. But I decided just to give it its own thing, which is pretty much... Well, to be honest, we could have done it, but this thing here would have needed to be something else. Because here would have been one of those, and they don't auto-extract. So yeah, that's the only thing that would not have worked. Well, so thinking I could have put a normal chest with like an export over there with a filter, again, with the items and things like that. And that could have worked. So we would have gotten 1 stack of each in the chest. Yeah, that could have worked. I might think about it, simply because it's going to be a lot faster to just make the plates and then changing them. But to be honest, I think we're pretty good here. I think it's going to be fine. And I'm pretty happy with what we got right now. Soon we're going to have to automate way more of those things. One thing I want to talk before the end of the episode is the circuits. So I was looking into circuits and the way we make them. So over here things are just easy. It's like an aqua wafer and stuff. So all those things are easy. The one that is stupid complicated to make, like this is easy, this is easy. Even this, the thing's gonna take time, is this one. But it's still easy to make. It's still a joke to make, like there's nothing hard or anything of the sort. It's just that. And the one that is hard is the tier 5 but for some reason it needs this, which needs you to make an exquisite crystal, so you need to do the tier 3. So I was like, do I really want to go that route? Do I really want to lose my time getting another one of these, to get another small one, to make this, to make more of that? And the answer is no. I think it's not worth it. I think we're simply going to take the third tier 5, which is just using the fort from the one before with a couple more things, which we already have here. And platinum again, super easy to make, 2-3 machines, boom, it does it for us. And this thing again, super easy to make. Well, we're going to use this here, we're not going to use this one, because this, well, we could. Yeah, we could do it. Yeah, it's actually easier. So yeah, we're probably going to go that route as well. But yeah, so as you can see, things are just going along, but yeah, we're not going to do this one. We're doing it at the moment, but yeah, the thing is, even the harder recipe for it is just the same. You just use the red one, which is the green one, and then you need to get the green one again. So yeah, that's why I'm thinking that this is not worth it. Oh look, a bunch of the machines have actually stopped. Wait, why did you stop? What? Why are the rods stopping? Oh, dang it. Dang it. Yeah, this is a thing. This is a thing. So pretty much I need to do an item filter here and use the robot arm. Maybe a better one? Yeah, let's use a ZPM here. So we're gonna remove it. See, it's important to look at what you do. There we go. Gonna do robot arm. And over here. Oh, though the problem is there's 9 slots. So maybe we're gonna put the chest on the other side as well to get more. Alright, so this thing here needs to have all of the craft. So let's put one of those. Keep exact so you can do this. Let's do Neutronium. One of you, 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 and one of you. Alright, so a stack of this, a stack of that, a stack of that, stack of this one. Wait, why are they not going as a stack? I don't understand. Like, this one went, this one did not. Alright, so stack of, this one works, this one doesn't. I don't understand. Okay. Alright. I'm missing, like, the plate. Because there's literally 10 items? No, there should be 11. So there is something... Oh, these need to go away. I think I'm gonna put them in the trash. Okay, let's continue doing that. Okay, maybe I can just throw them off. Then they're gonna come to me. And then I can just flick them into the trash can. Alright, so trash can. More trash can. There we go. Alright, oh, we also need to trash those. Perfect. Okay. So these go there. So now this thing here is gonna import. There we go. So now the only 2 that are missing are these. So the thing that I can do as well is the same stuff, but put this there and get another robot arm. Alright. Here. Let's do another filter. And this one and that one. Let's do a stack, and it's not gonna make it. Oh, that one was me. I forgot to click this. Okay, and import. There we go. Now things are going to work properly. Perfect. Awesome. But, guys, that is going to be it for today. So I think we did a good job. So I did do this before, and I'm probably going to work on making more designs for these. But that is going to be it for today, guys. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to leave a like. If you really loved it, don't forget to subscribe. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.